could see every rib. See every rib.
Which boat is this? The one that he made?
Yeah, yeah.
The one that I bought a
A mold.
molded, just a molding down there. And we bought two of them.
Right.
One side the other. And one of my buddies had the other one. Now, and I built all the seats and
Did it come with a transom, or did you have to cut the transom?
no, you could buy a transom to come in.
And he made a deck, an upper deck. And
Yeah.
What did you call that boat? The Blue something?
Blue Smiles, huh?
Blue Smile?
Something like that.
Yeah, it looked like it was smiling.
How big was that boat? How many feet?
What is it, 16 feet?
Either 16 or 18.
Yeah,
16.
16,
It was
18, yeah.
pretty long.
Yeah. Well,
Right,
was
the
a
bottom was rounded.
5.
The molded plywood was rounded like that, and
Yeah.
it had the gunnels here.
Yeah.
They had to make special rails, stiffeners, and
Yeah.
top rail and everything.
It was-
He did a beautiful job with it.
It was mahogany thin strips that were laid over a form and one this way and then this way, and you know.
Very strong.
So you reinforced it by doing that, right?
No, it was made. It was
5.
made in alternate layers.
Oh, okay.
Different ways. That's what he's saying, I think.
It was 5 layers thick.
Of mahogany.
Of mahogany, yeah. So, a layer this way, a layer that way, a layer this.
God, I'd love to have that boat this day.
So,
Can you imagine?
And every layer was the 16th of an inch. So it was just 5/16.
When he would go
Only a little
over
bit and a quarter.
the ripples in the water, his boat would flex.
I had it was just a raw molding, and I ordered some. I found where this kind, some white oak, about that wide, about that thick, and I laid those in the bottom, and on the inside of the boat, then right opposite that was a little half round, and then
Half round?
Yeah,
He had.
because
Like a D-log.
He had two.
Now we're gonna go up to
Okay.
all right. It went through this and then through the and into the other side. So the screws put in it, and they went there through that and into the other one. So it was
And that was the deck or the floor?
huh?
That was the deck?
No,
that was the deck.
That's the hull.
Oh, the hull.
The molded hull.
Okay.
And
What part of the hull?
The whole hull, probably.
Are you talking about up on the side by the gunnels?
I'm talking about in the bottom of it.
The
The
floor.
bottom.
The floor,
Yeah.
the hull.
And the
Yeah.
bottom of it, I had 2 layers of white oak, about that wide and that thick, and there's 1 layer outside and a layer inside.
That boat must have been gorgeous.
That's serious one, too. And it would flex some, but when I got it running heavy, and it actually flex like that.
But it didn't. But nothing ever came loose. Nothing
Well-
ever came apart.
So, can you remember the name of it? What was the company that manufactured it?
U.S. Golden Molded Shape out of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Really? U.S.?
What was it called?
And a buddy of mine, we both had it. So we wrote we called to the country, and we put one hull inside of the other one.
They shipped it married
Shipped one
together.
inside.
Who got the other one?
Huh?
Who had the other one? You just had one.
Yeah, there's another guy. He lives up there near the that club up there?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Country club?
Somebody.
Huh?
I don't know.
Yeah,
He finished it up, but it didn't look as pretty as yours.
yeah,
But he built the little top deck.
yeah.
And,
Do you have pictures of that
And right,
boat?
right in the
yes,
front of it, I had a little deck that came around there, right here and here.
Down to a point.
Yeah, and put a deck on that, and that's so you can climb up on that to put a anchor and that sort of thing.
And 2 seats. You put 2 seats in it.
Yeah,
Well, wait a minute. One back where you sat to run the motor,
yeah,
okay, and one farther up. And then there was plenty of room to stand in the bottom of the boat.
that's right.
And you had built that little top deck so it was strong. You could stand up
That's
there.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. On that and then I had a 20 horsepower Mercury outboard. Boy, that little one,
Fly, huh?
it'd go like a bat out of hell.
Huh. Name me.
It
Tell
went
me.
on top of the water.
Yeah. Tell me the name again of the boat. It was from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Like, tell me. Try to remember the manufacturer.
They were U.S. molded shapes.
U.S. molded shapes. That's
Grand
interesting.
Rapids, Michigan.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a long time
So,
ago.
so who got the boat?
Huh?
Who'd you sell the boat to?
No, we took it and
Tootsie.
over to Vince Haunch's place on Pine Island on the trailer, and we parked it over on his property. Now, he unfortunately did not have a building to put it in. It was left out in the river. And Vince was not really a boater. He was a lot of good things, but Vince did not just love to get out.
Well, he was a
there.
mullet fisherman, wasn't he?
They get the
Yeah.
Tootsie Barnes and it was
Well, yeah, he and Tootsie, but Tootsie did all the fishing. I think that Vince did the cooking, and they all got together and helped eat it. And
Yeah.
I don't think he wasn't crazy about going in the boat like you, but he had a space for it, and he would take care of it.
Yeah.
But see, things started going downhill over there, and I suppose that it probably just rotted apart in the weather. I don't know. He wouldn't have sold Bill's boat but he died
Well,
even before, he died.
Yeah. Well,
He didn't have any sons.
if you ever come upon a picture of that boat, I would love to see it.
Well, we've got pictures, but they were made as
Stored
when we were
fish.
doing slides. So the ones, listen, the black guy that did the family pictures,
Yeah,
he
Thomas
had,
Allen
he had
Harris.
some. They were in that video that he
really?
did. He
I know
had-
the big boat, the one
Yeah.
that leaked, but I don't remember seeing the little boat.
Oh yeah, the little boat was in there.
Is the little boat, is the Blue Smile the one that you got up on 908?
Yeah.
When you were up under
that's
908?
That's the only boat he had
Yeah.
for
So the
fishing.
Blue Smile is the one that took in all the hail and kept your fish frozen.
Oh yeah.
That was the Blue Smile.
That's the boat that's the only boat he ever owned at the beach.
So
When we
I
lived there.
probably have
When
seen that boat.
We didn't get the houseboat till we moved into town, and it wasn't really primarily a fishing boat. It was a travel boat. A
That
fun
houseboat was a inboard outboard? What was that houseboat?
boat. Inboard.
Inboard outboard or inboard?
Inboard.
Outboard.
Strictly inboard.
20 horsepower Mercury outboard on
No,
it.
the big one, the houseboat that you had. What was
It
that?
was inboard.
Huh?
The big houseboat you had that took on water. What was that, an inboard outboard?
No, it wasn't outboard. Well, it was strictly inboard. The engine propeller was underneath.
We're talking about the big boat,
Yeah,
the big
yeah.
houseboat. That-
Yeah.
You don't remember? May not.
Inboard outboard, or
Inboard, outboard.
it was probably an inboard outboard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Man, most of the boats I had, they would go pretty fast. I
Well,
had a wonderful one.
You
When
had
I
a-
lived at the beach, and there's friends down there. One named George Wolf, and he and I used to go fishing together. And I remember I could actually go out and catch, if you wanted a flounder, I can go get one. If you want a snook, go get one of those too. You want a redfish, I know where to go there. So I knew spots that were good, and I'd go out and I used to. There's a little amount of. It looks like a little shiny brim. We call it a mutton.
Greenback? A greenback?
Huh?
You call it a what? A mutton?
He did say you called a mutton minnow.
Yeah.
Isn't that what your favorite was?
And then a little shiny, looked like a little brim.
Right.
And fish. And we can get one about that long. And he's silvery color. And like, that was the best bait you had.
Mutton minnow.
You made a little plug that looked like that.
Yes, I
remember?
did.
He used to
I
make
took-
his own plugs.
Wow.
Paid him silver.
Really?
Yeah.
I took one and I froze him.
Oh.
And I
So
had-
you could make a mold. You froze him.
I had some what was it, mahogany wood, about that thick. I would lay the frozen mutton minnow down here. I traced around like that. I cut it out with a jigsaw and I shaped it on and I painted a little eye on it here and I put that was my fishing plug.
Well, how did you get the hooks on it?
I made a little two sets of one triple hook right under the throat right in the throat of the mutton minnow, and then one right in the tail.
Okay.
And I got
They have an eye hook on it so you can put your line on it.
yeah, I guess that one cast that one out. And George, I took and Nancy and took her fishing with me. We're back in number 6. And I said, George Wolf. Well, George and I fished together a lot, but George died. So we went back in there, and I pulled up in the place, and I called out and said, "Hey, George, this is Nancy. She's a good friend of mine. She goes fishing. Since she wants to come in, she wants to catch a redfish. She wants about